All right, hey everybody, it is Tony and I am back. I have 5 TTM returns for you today, baseball and football returns. We're going to get started with the first one, and it comes from Mr. Carl Erskine. This is the second time that I've gotten Mr. Carl Erskine back. First time was back in 2019. He, in fact, was my second TTM return. My first was Al Kaline. You always remember your first, not always your second. But anyway, Carl Erskine, solid pitcher. I sent $5 to him. Last I knew, he did not tell me this time, but the last time I knew, Carl Erskine gave the $5 or the donation to the Indiana Special Olympics. He had a loved one who was a member of the Special Olympics, so I believe he still does that. If not, oh well, I gave him $5. Not the end of the world. The next one comes from legendary head coach Lou Holtz from somewhere in West Virginia nobody's heard of. I kid. I could spend the entire video talking about how great Lou Holtz is, how great of a coach he is. He was the greatest thing since sliced bread, yada, yada, yada. He's a college football Hall of Famer. I've gotten his autograph several times in person. And then this is the first time that I got it through the mail. I tried one other time, but then he sent a letter in the mail that said he does not sign anymore because people sold his autograph and whatever. But then I saw that it was returning last November, October, something like that. So I was like, well, I gotta try. So I tried and sent, and it came back several months later, but very happy to get it back. And always happy to get one of these 1990 Collegiate Collections cards signed. The next one comes from Hoosier legend Anthony Thompson. Anthony Thompson was a horse for the Hoosiers in the late 80s. And, you know, what do they say about cars? Drive them until the wheels fall off. And I think that's what Indiana did. And I'm guessing pretty much just ruined his NFL career because it never really took off. Second round pick by the Phoenix Cardinals, and was second in Heisman voting in 1989. I remember seeing his jersey in the College Football Hall of Fame for records that he broke and how great of a college running back he was. So I always knew of him, but I didn't ever think he signed. And then Basement Card Collector got him back a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, well, I have to try that one. So I tried and sent to IU, and it came back just a few days later. The next one is one of those obscure Notre Dame returns that nobody's ever heard of but me or any other Notre Dame fan. So this is Charles Stafford. It took a while to come back, almost a year for this one to come back. I sent that 1993 team set card to him, and then also a ticket stub to him. And the ticket stub is from the game he caught his very first touchdown pass from. It is signed. If you look closely, his his signature is down around the cheerleaders carrying the Notre Dame flag out of the tunnel. So that's Charles Stafford. It's been a while since I have gotten one of these obscure Notre Dame returns that nobody's ever heard of, but always happy to get it back, especially when it took a year, and it's all good. The final one comes from Hall of Famer Larry Walker. Yes. If you read that correctly, it says, "To Tony, you trash talker." That just means he absolutely does read the letters. Because my very first Cubs game was against the Expos in 1990. And Larry Walker was playing right field, and I was about 9 years old. And I talked trash, well, as best trash as you can talk to anybody at 9 years old. and I told him my trash talking must have affected his play at the plate that day because he was 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. And I kept him from 2,162 hits. That's what I'm gonna say. My trash talking just affected him that day. But very good sport of him to write that inscription. That is actually pretty awesome, and it made me smile that he actually reads the letter. So those are my TTM returns. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Bye bye.